and it looks beefy. And the mighty T7. Next week is I've organised another treat for you guys. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we've got the new Holland T7 to try out. And if you guys could help me out and give this video a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. Thank you to Henry from Ernest Doe for organising this demo. It's going to be a demo which we're going to try out over the weekend. And tomorrow I've got a muck spreader arriving, and just like last year, it's going to be an 18-ton AH spreader. Now luckily Ernest Doe had offered me this demo quite a while ago, but unfortunately due to the weather we haven't been able to try the tractor out, and I thought what a good opportunity when we're doing the muck spreading this weekend to try this tractor out. We've also as well got some cultivating to do. I don't know if the weather's going to be good enough to do some cultivating over the weekend, but we can certainly do the muck spreading. And when we were muck spreading last year, I had the John Deere 6155R on the 18-ton spreader, and when we were going up the hill it did take quite a bit of pulling, so I'm going to be really interested to see how the new Holland T7.245 gets on with pulling the muck spreader. And also I'd like to see what it's like as a tractor on the road. The Ernest Doe team showed me briefly about the tractor and about how to drive it today, but what I'm going to do is drive it around the block to get used to it before I hook it up to the muck spreader tomorrow. And something quite special about this particular model is it's the AutoCommand, which means that it's got a variable transmission. For those of you guys out there who aren't involved in farming, a variable transmission is a bit like an automatic car. You don't need to change gear, it just does everything for you, which makes it very simple to drive and also makes it quite nice to use when you're out in the field. So here she is, what a beauty, the Blue Power Beast, as I'm sure a lot of you Blue Power fanboys out there would agree. I must say on these particular tyres, the Michelin multi-bibs, it does look very good. It's got match bibs on the front and multi-bibs on the back, and it looks beefy. It is a beefy looking tractor, and I must say a very nicely, very well thought out rear end of a tractor actually. This is the New Holland's Adblue system, which I do prefer over the John Deere system, because on the John Deere system you've got a big dustbin DPF filter sitting here, whereas with New Holland they've tucked it away lower down, and that's partly because New Holland, Fiat Powertrain, who own New Holland, are involved in the lorry industry with Iveco, and they've been able to pass the lorry Adblue technology onto New Holland in tractors and case tractors as well. So if you buy either a New Holland or a case, you've actually got a really good Adblue system on them, which is quite interesting because a lot of other tractor manufacturers have had to make their own Adblue systems to kind of fit the tractors, kind of retrofit, whereas with C&H they've had the technology passed onto them through the lorry industry, through owning Iveco. Certainly a plus point, I would say, if you were looking at buying one of these tractors. So you've got lorry exhaust technology there. And into the cab we've got the passenger seat here, which is a bit wet at the moment because it's been raining, but we have got leather seats, which is quite a nice touch. The operator's also got a leather seat as well, which is quite smart, I must say. And then here's my command arm, and I've got the AutoCommand control, which is New Holland's vario transmission, which is a ZF transmission, and you can go forwards and backwards on the joystick, or alternatively you can use the throttle on the floor, so you can drive it more or less like a stepless transmission, almost like an automatic car, which is quite nice. But we've got good visibility to the front as well. We've got a full panoramic windscreen with no splits, which is quite smart. So time for a bit of POV. So we'll just turn the ignition key to start it up. You can pull the steering wheel down, which is quite nice, and then you can adjust it like so, just on the screw cap there. Putting the clutch in to start her up. And I must say, it's quite a nice place to be in this cab. And the Holland Agriculture coming up on the screen. We've got our throttle down there, brake pedal, clutch, and then that's the exhaust brake if you want to stop with the exhaust. So if I press the hare, I can go up a range, and I press it again, I can go up to 53k. If I press the tortoise, I can go back down to my lower ranges, which is quite nice. And then you can adjust the speed on the scroller there, and just keeps it very simple. So we'll go up to the top range because we're just going to go on the road, and just forwards we go. I do like that noise it makes when the handbrake comes off. Just whip down the road. I'm so happy I've got this to put onto the spreader this weekend, because that spreader takes some pulling, especially when she's fully loaded. You're looking at the best part of over 20 tons. And not being funny, 250 horsepower New Holland is just what I needed, so thank you Ernest Doe. And yeah, it's driving very nicely so far, very smooth. You take your foot off the accelerator, it gradually slows down. Oh, she's got some power, she's a beast. Yeah, what a machine, the mighty T7. Oh, hell she goes. Scouting out the operation for tomorrow. That's the muck we've got to spread with the AH muck spreader. I've also got a couple of muck piles to go and pick up around the farm, just down at the bottom of the yard. So we'll go and pick those up probably first before we spread the muck on the field. That's the sugar beet field there, which is looking a little bit messy, still too wet to cultivate at the moment. And yeah, this is riding nicely on this road. There's generally quite a few bumps and potholes on here, but the front suspension and the cab suspension is soaking them up nicely. Yeah, I am surprised actually by this New Holland. And do you know what I've noticed as well with this T7 is people get out of your way. They think, yeah, I'm not going to mess around with him. It's a T7, I'm moving out. The steering wheel as well is is different to the John Deere's one in that it's a thicker wheel. It's a bit more of a, you can really grip onto it. It's a leather stitched one as well, which is quite nice. I don't know if you guys can hear that, the power from the 6-cylinder Fiat powertrain engine. Oh, yeah. They've been busy. They have been busy. It seems to me to be a fairly solid, well-made bit of kit already. It's not the flimsy, cheap piece of equipment I was expecting. I know that sounds quite brutal, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as this, to be fair. This is like heading towards really high quality tractor territory, sort of Fendt and John Deere league. We'll give it a good workout on the muck spreader tomorrow, and then I'll really be able to give you my verdict over the weekend once we've done some work with it. But first impressions are pretty good. The indicator makes a bit of an interesting noise, slightly different to the John Deere's one. Yes, I could see myself spending a day in this tractor very comfortably. You've also got the weight with this T7, being the 245. It's fully weighted, getting up for over 10 tons, which is a considerable amount of weight for a conventional tractor. And that's quite a good thing because it means you're well planted. And something else as well I do quite like about this is you do sit quite high in this tractor. You've got a nice position. And there we go, sports fans. What a good experience it's been just learning how to drive this tractor. So I've just got to put her away. We've got to park her up next to the deer. So I don't know what the deer's going to think of this. She's going to be a bit like, you've cheated on me, Ollie. Are you trading me in? There you go, just put the lights on actually. I can see what I'm doing in the shed, I'll just put her in. Oh, look at that, dear. You've got a stable, mate. Ho, ho, ho. Really, really surprised how nice that is actually. Yeah, it's a good looking tractor. I'm looking forward to using this tomorrow for the muck spreading. And don't worry, John Deere, you're not being swapped in just yet, I don't think. The New Holland it does seem like a nice bit of kit so far. So there we are, looking forward tomorrow to getting the AH muck spreader and doing all of the muck spreading. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the New Holland tractor so far. I must say it's a good looking tractor and it's very comfortable driving it just down the road there. And something else as well which is coming up next week is I've organised another treat for you guys which I'm really looking forward to. It's not a tractor but it is a vehicle, and I think some of you guys might have already guessed what's coming, so keep an eye out for that. I'm really looking forward to it. And just remember, it's all up here. Everything in life at the moment, especially the way things are, it's just about moving forward, keeping going. I've got a really nice surprise for next week, and I wouldn't have been able to organise it or to even achieve it, if it wasn't for you guys and if it wasn't for me being the way I am. And prime example as well with the New Holland. I've worked hard to get that tractor here and to get all of the equipment and the content I get for you guys. I have to work hard to get it. Unfortunately, things don't happen. You have to make them happen in life. And if you are one of those people to go out there and make things happen, you will over time reap the rewards from all of your hard work. Keep moving forward, and remember, I'd rather be farming. I was in the supermarket the other day just getting some shopping, and the checkout lady on the till said to me, she said, would you? And I said, I was just sorting out my debit card, and she said, would you? And I was just like, well, I'm sorry. And I looked at my jumper, and then I realised, of course, it clicked. Yes, I said I would rather be farming, and it was quite funny. We both had a laugh, and it sort of brightened up our day. And I think that's we were both obviously wearing our masks, and it's such a funny time at the moment. It was nice just to have a bit of a laugh, and I find it interesting. It was funny just how a jumper, with "I'd rather be farming" on, instigated the pair of us laughing. And I think that's probably what you have to do in life, is you do have to have a laugh. And if I wasn't wearing this jumper, we probably wouldn't have been having a laugh in the supermarket. Everyone was looking at us thinking like, oh, why are they laughing? What are they laughing at? And I said back to her, I said, it's a really good time to be in farming because people have got to eat. And she agreed with me and she said, yeah, no, that's actually really true. She said, you're in a very lucky position at the moment, you farmers. And yeah, no, it really made my day, that did. And remember, we're in it to win it. And thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will catch you on the next one.